Welcome to Inside Admission. My name is AJ Frigo, and I'm the Senior Assistant Director for Indiana Relations in Purdue's Office of Admissions. Whether you live domestically or internationally, many of you may all be getting ready to start the college application process. So, in this video, we're going to break down the brick and mortar on how to apply to Purdue University. So let's get to work. One of the first things you should know is we do things a little differently here than some other colleges. When you apply to Purdue, you will actually be applying for admission into one of our 11 academic colleges, and specifically into one of our majors, of which we have over 200. Here you can see a list of all of our colleges on the screen. If you're a student who's thinking, well, I'm not really sure what I want to study. I'm thinking maybe this major or perhaps this academic college, don't fret. At Purdue, we offer a program called Exploratory Studies. This is a very intentionally designed program for students who are undecided or want to explore their passions and find the perfect major for them, all the while fulfilling core classes and developing a network for success. Let's begin the application process. To apply to Purdue, you will use the Common Application. In this application, you will be asked to select a first choice major, and then you will be offered an opportunity to opt in or opt out of a second choice major. We will only consider you for your second choice major if we cannot admit you to your first choice. Please keep in mind, not all Purdue majors are available as second choice majors, specifically our highly competitive ones like computer science, engineering, professional flight, or nursing. We recommend you choose a second choice major only if you're willing to come to Purdue and study something other than your first choice major. If you're only interested in Purdue for a specific major, then don't feel obligated to select a second choice. Opting out from providing a second choice major will not negatively impact your Purdue application in any way. The next section of the application presents you with a couple of questions. They may be worded a bit differently, but essentially they are, why Purdue and why this major? We suggest you approach these questions like you would a conversation. If we were to sit and chat with you face to face, what might you tell us about why you're interested in Purdue and why you're interested in what major you've chosen? If you've chosen to provide us with a first and second choice major, you will answer the why this major prompt for your second choice major too. Your next step in the application process is something referred to as the Self-Reported Grades and Self-Reported Test Scores section. Here, we want you to tell us what courses you took, the level of those courses, and what grades you earned your freshman year through your junior year in high school. For your senior year, which has just begun, we want to know what courses you are taking and planning to take in the spring. For this section, be sure to enter your courses and grades into the application exactly as they appear on your high school transcript. Due to the effects of COVID-19, this year Purdue will be test flexible. This means that if a student can take an SAT or ACT, we prefer they do so. However, we recognize that possible cancellations and postponement of national standardized tests due to the pandemic restrictions may be impacting students' applications. With that in mind, we will move forward and review any application from a student who is unable to take a standardized test. You may also self-report your test scores, either the SAT or the ACT. We don't have a preference on which test score you send our way. If you want to be thorough, go ahead and list every test you've taken and what those associated scores are. We'll take it from there. International students, you will be self-reporting your grades as well. You should self-report your grades based off of the grading scale your school uses, and we will evaluate them using that scale. We may also request you to upload your original or attested copies of all transcripts, diplomas, mark sheets, and certificates from each secondary school you have attended. Citizens from non-English speaking countries are required to submit a proof of English proficiency. This is most commonly done by submitting an official TOEFL score or IELTS score. Purdue University will also be accepting the Duolingo English test for all 2021 applications. For more information about Purdue's English proficiency guidelines, please visit this website. We also strongly encourage international applicants to submit an SAT or ACT score in addition to their English proficiency exam. To all of our students, please keep in mind, if you are offered admission and decide to enroll at Purdue University, we are going to ask you to have your official test scores sent to us from the testing agency. We will also ask you to send us your official final high school transcript. These items are required so we can verify the information you self-reported. We don't need this information now, obviously, but we will need it prior to your enrollment at Purdue. So be honest. If your self-reported grades and test scores are drastically different from the official documents, Purdue reserves the right to rescind your offer of admission. After you've completed the self-reported grades and test scores, it's time for the famous college essay. Honestly, we've seen students stress unnecessarily over this portion of the application. Our first piece of advice when writing any college essay is to write it somewhere else, like in a Word document or Google Doc. Then, when you're satisfied with it, just copy and paste it into the application. I'm going to pull the curtain back on the Purdue admissions office by telling you this. Yes, the essay is important. Yours should be honest and well written, but it is not the most important part of the college application process. All of the essay prompts can be found on our admissions website. Use this portion of the application as a way for us to get to know you. The final portion of the application is the application fee. Purdue University recognizes and participates in all of the standard college application fee waiver processes. Please be aware, with a common application, once you submit your payment, you're not done. You need to go back in and submit the application once that fee has been paid or waived. Give yourself a pat on the back. You've completed your college application to Purdue University. Before we let you go, we want to make sure you are aware of our November 1st early action application deadline. If you submit your application before November 1st, you will receive full consideration for merit-based scholarships, priority consideration for admission into all of the academic majors, consideration for honors college, and you will receive your admissions decision on January 15th. International students, please be aware, because Purdue University is a state-assisted public institution, international undergraduate students are generally ineligible for need and merit-based financial aid. However, if you apply by November 1st, you will still receive priority consideration for admission to all academic majors, the Honors College, and will receive your admissions decision on January 15th. All students should be aware that computer science, flight, and nursing are highly competitive, and all of them have a priority application deadline of November 1st. This means, historically, these programs are filled with the students who apply by the November 1st deadline. Students interested in our veterinary nursing program should know that the November 1st early action application deadline is your firm deadline to apply to this program. So get your applications in as soon as possible. If you miss the November 1st early action application deadline, you can still apply, but you will miss out on merit scholarship consideration. Will be unable to apply for the Honors College, and you will receive your admissions decision later on in the spring. The absolute latest you can submit applications to Purdue University is January 15th. You may hear this date referred to as regular decision application deadline. If you submit your application by this date, you will have an admissions decision by the end of March. And there you go. That is your brick and mortar guide on how to apply to Purdue. Students, we know you have tons of options for your higher education, and we are honored that you're interested in Purdue. If you have questions, do not hesitate to reach out to us by phone or email. We wish you all the best of luck for your senior year. Boiler up.